Love, in its most tender form, often carries with it both joy and sorrow. This is the story of Emma and Lucas, a tale woven with laughter, longing, and the bittersweet ache of a love that bloomed against the odds, yet could not withstand the storm. Their journey began on a rainy afternoon in a small cafe where chance and fate conspired to bring two souls together. Emma, with her gentle eyes and shy smile, was reading poetry by the window, while Lucas, a musician with dreams too big for his hometown, sought shelter from the downpour. Their first conversation was hesitant, marked by stolen glances and nervous laughter. But already, something unspoken flickered between them. Days turned into weeks, and the cafe became their sanctuary. They shared stories of childhood, fears, and secret ambitions. Emma confided in Lucas about her longing to travel the world, to see the places she'd only read about in books. Lucas played her melodies he'd written, songs inspired by the hope he found in her presence. Slowly, their hearts intertwined, and the world outside faded away whenever they were together. But happiness, as Emma had learned from her favorite poems, is often fragile. Lucas carried a heavy burden, a longing to chase his musical dreams in a distant city, where opportunities were abundant but the future uncertain. He wrestled with the decision, torn between staying for Emma and pursuing the life he'd always imagined. Emma, sensing his turmoil, tried to be strong. She encouraged him, even when her own heart trembled at the thought of him leaving. The day of Lucas's departure erased it with the same rain that had first brought them together. In the cafe, their hands entwined, they promised to write, to visit, to keep their love alive across the miles. Lucas pressed a folded letter into Emma's palm, a song he'd written for her, a reminder that she was his muse, no matter where life led him. As he walked away, Emma felt a hollow ache settle in her chest, the kind only love and loss can carve. At first, letters and phone calls bridged the distance. Emma waited eagerly for every message, cherishing the words that kept their connection alive. Lucas described the city's lights, the music scene, and the relentless pace of chasing his dreams. Emma wrote about her days, the routine, the small joys, and the emptiness she felt without him. But as months passed, the letters grew less frequent, the calls shorter and more hurried. Lucas became consumed by auditions, late-night gigs, and the demands of survival. Emma's world grew quieter, her heart heavy with each unanswered message. One evening, Emma returned to the cafe, seeking solace. The rain tapped gently against the window, echoing the rhythm of her longing. She reread Lucas's song, tracing the faded words with her fingers. She wondered if he still thought of her, if the city's bright lights had dimmed the memory of their time together. In that moment, Emma realized that love sometimes means letting go, even when every part of you aches to hold on. Years passed, and Emma learned to find beauty in solitude. She traveled, just as she'd dreamed, carrying Lucas's song with her as a silent companion. In quiet moments, she'd remember their laughter, the warmth of his embrace, and the gentle promise of forever. Lucas, too, found success, his music reaching far beyond the city's borders. Yet, in interviews, when asked about his greatest inspiration, he'd always mention a girl who believed in him when no one else did. Their love story was not one of happy endings, but of cherished memories and the courage to move forward. Sometimes the deepest love is the one that teaches us how to let go and how to find ourselves in the process.